Sometimes he appears as a hardline dictator. Sometimes his bizarre statements turn him into a viral joke on social media. And other times, you'll see him dancing salsa. But today, I'm about to share 10 shocking stories about Nicolás Maduro that almost no one talks about. And that'll make you ask, wait, is this really the same guy? If you're ready, let's jump right in. Enigma, the band, not the mystery. In the late 70s and early 80s, Enigma was a small but locally known rock band in Caracas. And back then, in Venezuela, rock music wasn't just music. It was basically a middle finger to the system and conservative norms. And Maduro? He looked the part. Forget the short hair and mustache you know today. Back then, he had shoulder-length hair and the full textbook rocker aesthetic. But here's where it gets even better. In one interview, Maduro admitted, "We were militant revolutionaries, but we were also part of the rock movement. We were constantly arguing with the dogmatic left, the ones who said rock music was imperialist." Translation: he was trying to be a revolutionary with a leather jacket. So yes, while some leftists were busy banning electric guitars in their heads, Maduro was out there trying to prove that socialism could, apparently, come with bass lines and long hair. History is wild like that. Now here's where things take a turn no one saw coming. In 2005, while serving as the president of Venezuela's National Assembly, Nicolás Maduro traveled to India with his wife. Not for a vacation, not for a trade deal, but to the town of Puttaparthi. And yes, this was to meet Sai Baba. Not a casual meet and greet either. According to multiple accounts, it was a private meeting. For Maduro, this trip wasn't just spiritual tourism. It's often described as a turning point, a moment that reshaped his ideological and spiritual worldview. And it didn't stop there. Reports claim that in Maduro's office, a large portrait of Sai Baba hangs on the wall. Even better, during some high-level meetings, there was allegedly a symbolic empty chair reserved just for Sai Baba. Yes, an empty chair. Former ministers who later defected to the opposition say Maduro liked to give the impression that before making major decisions, he was drawing strength from this spiritual connection. So, if you ever wondered who else might have been in the room when Venezuela's biggest decisions were made, well, now you know. And ideologically, that's where it gets even more interesting. Maduro didn't just stick to classic socialism. He blended Chavismo with Sai Baba's teachings, especially the line, "Love all, serve all," which he still likes to quote in his speeches. For old-school Marxist-Leninists, this was confusing, to say the least. Socialism with spirituality wasn't exactly in the original handbook, but Maduro sells it as a message of love, unity, and social harmony. Because apparently, in his version of politics, the revolution isn't just ideological, it's spiritual too. April 2013. Hugo Chavez has just died of cancer. The country is heading into early elections, and Nicolás Maduro is in Barinas, Chavez's hometown. He's inside a small wooden chapel, alone, praying. According to Maduro, that's when it happens. A small bird flies into the chapel. Not once, not randomly. It circles him 3 times, because apparently symbolism matters. Then it lands on a wooden beam nearby and starts chirping. Maduro says he looks at the bird, whistles at it, and the bird whistles back. Yes, a full conversation. But wait, it gets better. When Maduro later told this story publicly, he made one thing very clear. This was not just a bird. He claimed there was something strange in its eyes, something that seemed to say, "Begin the battle. Today is the day of victory. You will win." Every origin story has a training arc, and this one starts in Cuba. In the mid-1980s, Nicolás Maduro didn't just wake up as a socialist leader. He went to school for it. Specifically, Havana's Nico Lopez National School, also known as the High School of Politics. There he learned the essentials: how to organize the masses, build political cells, run propaganda, and of course, master Marxist-Leninist theory, the standard operating system of Latin America's left at the time. More importantly, this is where Maduro built lifelong trust with Cuba's leadership, especially the Castro family. And when he returned to Venezuela, he immediately put the lessons to work. While working at the Caracas Metro, he used his freshly imported skills to build a powerful union network. Then, the nickname he definitely didn't ask for. Maduro's critics decided that criticism alone wasn't enough. They went straight for wordplay. They mashed his last name with the Spanish word burro, meaning donkey, and came up with El Más Burro. Rough translation: the bigger donkey. Ouch. The nickname spread fast, especially among the opposition, who used it to question his intelligence. But Maduro, to his credit, didn't exactly panic. He flipped the script. Instead of denying it, he leaned hard into his favorite role: the man of the people. The message was basically, maybe I'm not an elite intellectual, but I'm one of you. So, while his critics laughed, Maduro turned the joke into a political shield. Because in politics, if you can't kill the nickname, sometimes you just write it. Yes, Maduro is a TV show guy, and not just any TV shows, Turkish historical dramas. He's a confirmed superfan of Dirilish Ertuğrul. So much so that in 2018, during an official visit to Turkey, he didn't just attend meetings. He went straight to the show's set in Riva. There he met the cast, watched blacksmiths forge iron, put on a traditional burqa, and yes, strapped on a sword. Maduro later explained that the show wasn't just fiction. According to him, it represents justice and resistance against colonialism. And somehow the characters felt close to his revolutionary spirit. And he really committed to the bit. He started posting photos on social media, wearing Kayu tribe symbols, rings, and that famous hat. And then there's the dancing. Like Hugo Chavez before him, Maduro tries to stay close to the people. So when times get tough, he doesn't hold a press conference. He dances salsa on live TV. The message: everything's under control, we're happy. Supporters see culture, critics see disconnect. Because when inflation is exploding and shelves are empty, watching your president smile and dance doesn't exactly calm nerves. Which is why social media updated an old classic. Nero didn't play the fiddle, he danced salsa. And just when you think you've heard it all, in 2013, Maduro casually announced that his ancestors were Jewish, specifically Sephardic Jews, who migrated to Venezuela. He added that his family later converted to Catholicism. So, yes, depending on the century, the family tree comes with a plot twist. Because with Maduro, even ancestry comes with a surprise reveal. Before the speeches, before the uniforms, there was basketball. Growing up in El Valle, western Caracas, a very tall young Nicolás Maduro, nearly 6 feet 3 inches, wasn't dreaming of politics. He was dominating amateur basketball courts, using his height and ambition under the rim. And even after becoming president, the habit stuck. Venezuelan state TV has repeatedly shown him ditching the suit, rolling up his sleeves, and casually taking jump shots. Now, here's the twist. Venezuela is a baseball country. Hugo Chavez lived and breathed baseball. He even joined the army, chasing a pro career. Maduro? He switched sports. Instead of loud baseball fields, he chose indoor courts, basketball jerseys, and a more urban image. A style change and a branding move. He poured state money into neighborhood courts, backed the Pro League, and proudly hugged the national team after their 2015 championship win. And wherever he goes, he collects custom basketball jerseys like diplomatic souvenirs, because with Maduro, even politics comes with a jump shot. And then there are the diplomatic moments. At international meetings, Maduro sometimes decides to switch to English. Emphasis on sometimes. On more than one occasion, a mispronounced word, including a legendary struggle with the word selfie, instantly turned into a viral meme back home in Venezuela. The speeches ended. The internet did not. Because in modern diplomacy, it only takes one wrong word to become comedy gold.